Bill de Blasio, mayor of New York, gets it right. He hits a nail on the head. Let's listen to it, and then we'll take it on the other side.
If the polls are right, and if Joe Biden wins handily in Michigan, will there be some point as we move forward in the next few weeks? Let's say Joe Biden does as well as he's expected to do next week in Florida, in Arizona, in some of these other states. Will you be telling Bernie to consider actually getting out of the race and supporting Joe Biden?
You know, Joe, respectfully, I don't know anyone in recent American politics who has been counted out more than Bernie Sanders more times. I mean, all at 2015 and 2016, we were being told there's nothing there until he came this close to winning the nomination. This year, he was supposed to be, you know, an afterthought. He came out of nowhere, became the dominant presence. His ideas are the dominant part of the debate now. He is literally framing the entire Democratic discussion. Don't count this guy out. Let me put it this way. Right now, we're not even to half the delegates being determined. And we're in a country, Joe, I think you'd agree with this statement, no one understands American politics anymore. It is as unpredictable as it could be. What we do know is a one-on-one race is different. We're going to have our first debate next week. I really think the DNC made a mistake. It should have happened already ahead of this mini Super Tuesday. The one-on-one is an entirely different ballgame. So, no, this thing's not over. And I tell you something else. Our candidate needs to be vetted, Joe. I am deeply concerned. Bernie started to get vetted quite a bit, and that's important for getting ready for the general election. Joe Biden hasn't been vetted. He was in a perfect position, early front runner, then everyone thought he wasn't going to make it, turned their attention to Bloomberg, Bernie, even Warren for a while. Joe Biden has a lot of issues he needs to speak to. If we don't deal with it now in the family and have that blunt discussion, Donald Trump will.
Mr. Mayor, he's been in American politics since 1974.
Here's the problem. Joe Biden tried to fundamentally change the Social Security system in a way that would take away benefits from Americans, change the qualifying age, et cetera. That has not been talked about. We haven't talked enough about Joe Biden's role in the crime bill. We haven't talked enough about why Joe Biden voted for the Iraq War.
Bernie supported the crime bill.
Joe Biden was the architect of the crime bill. My point is, I'm saying either one of them, the real vetting we need to do is to have it out on the big issues, have it out on the big differences. Where are we going on health care, for example, where there's real differences? How is it going to be changed? Joe Biden told a room full of New York donors, quote unquote, nothing will fundamentally change if I'm president. That does not reflect what the American people or the folks in the Democratic Party want.
Exactly. And remember, that chart up there, we have much less than half of the delegates in, and Biden needs to be vetted more. Those statements about nothing fundamentally changed to rich people. We also have to point out that he said he would veto Medicare for all. In other words, he will deny Americans medical care if somehow it passed the Congress. In other words, if most of the people say Medicare for all is what we want, which most people are saying right now, that is what they want, he said he will veto it. So, I mean, we have to take into consideration much. Yes, he hasn't been vetted. There's a whole lot of stuff that Trump and those guys are holding back. Some of them we are privy to, but we have not released it for specific reasons. Bill de Blasio is absolutely correct. Biden has not been vetted. Biden has been willed onto the Americans. And what they're really believing is, hey, if Trump could make it with all those scars, maybe Biden can too. And the truth is, maybe Biden can too. I just don't think Biden is the type of performer that Donald Trump is. Donald Trump knows how to perform. Biden does not.